Welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm Dear Darling. Shall we see what's going on our lovely island of Fawnhallow today? Where, well, I'm not sure if I should say I predicted it because we knew it was happening. I am probably ill. I say probably in the vaguest sense when I have a runny nose and my voice sounds like this. Which will probably lead to a fun series of videos where I will sound like my voice will just sound absolutely dead. It kind of reminds me because there's been a couple of times I've had COVID, and when I recorded still on COVID, so they're sort of like immortalised now through some of the Let's Plays, the exact periods I had COVID. But good evening, everyone, and I'm Fawnhallow. It's 11:37 PM on Monday, September 22nd, 2025. Obviously, it doesn't matter too much on Animal Crossing because we're kind of just talking quite softly anyway. We're not doing anything crazy. We're Animal Crossing is fast and loose with exactly how things go. Hello, Rowan. But it's a lot funnier in Let's Plays. But one I distinctly remember is I was playing Omori. One of the times I was ill, and I remember we were in Sweetheart's castle, and I think it was something like I gave Sweetheart like a really high voice or something. I think Aubrey also had like a really high voice, and then like every single time I tried to do that high voice, I was like, what do you think? Or something. I don't remember exactly what I did. I think I just pitched everyone's voices down relatively or something. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, if you think my voice sounds very resonant right now or something, that's why. We're not even in the stage where it's like super bad, I would say. It might get significantly worse, I would say. But at the moment we're like in a okay place where it's just like, it's pretty scratchy. I have a headache, not like a super heavy one or anything, but enough where it's like, yeah, I'm I can deny it no longer. I am ill. Sheer willpower is not gonna work out for me in this one, or in any of them really, to be honest. But yeah, but I've got my honey water drink, don't you worry, in my flask, so it's kept reasonably warm, I think. Because, I don't know, honey water, I think, tends to be the best drink. I was going to say for my sinuses, not for my sinuses, for my throat. I've got my honey and lemon Ricola cough sweets, which I don't know where they're from, but because normally I just get soothers, but these are actually really good, to be honest. But yeah, what else to say about it? There isn't really much to say except for, I'm ill. Kind of sucks. D&D was cancelled today. I've cancelled it for this week, so I was like, I don't think it's a good idea to try and speak continuously for 6 hours this week to do a D&D campaign. And then one of my other friends in one of the campaigns is also ill, so it's just like, okay, well then this is kind of a no-brainer. Let's not do one of the sessions where the DM and one of the players is ill. And then I was just like, okay, I'll also cancel everyone just like preemptively, because I think it's nicer to be able to tell people at the beginning. Obviously it's hard to tell because I didn't know I was really ill until Sunday, when I was just like, I might be ill. And then Monday, today, I was like, yes, I'm ill. It's hard to know, but otherwise it's fine. Like it's not been prohibitive, I suppose. It's just I'm blowing my nose quite a lot. What am I doing at the moment though? Catch game wise, Honkai Star Rail's next patch coming out. I still haven't caught up with the story quest. I need to. I'm very behind, but I just not had as much time as I'd like to actually play through the story quests, unfortunately. Which I think, because the Star Rail one is actually my favourite one. It's a bit of a monumentous task, it's a bit of a tall order to be like, hey, I'm going to play 13 hours of a story quest, even if it's good. So I've got to pace myself. Plus, even with me, it's kind of taking up my time a little bit. I'm hitting the stride again. I think me winning the Gemini Champions meet definitely sort of like lit a fire under me, being like, wow, yeah. Now let's do it again. Back-to-back wins. Come on, let's go cancel the Champions meet. I have a pretty good shot for it, I think. I'm like making the grandparents right now. I have a pretty okay one for Saiyan Sky, and I have a pretty okay one for El Condor Pasa. But I'm borrowing someone else's El Condor Pasa to see if I can make a nice Majordomo Queen, and that'll be the parent. I'm gonna borrow someone else's to make my aces. That's the old real goal. Is it going to come to pass? I don't really know, but we're trying. We're trying to get as much groundworks and mile affinity as possible. It's not exactly the easiest thing in the world, but we're getting there. I'm also, for Project Sakai, had a Tamagotchi collaboration, which I completely forgot was happening, and I was like, no! I didn't have quite enough of my resources to be able to fully spark the entire thing to get all the Tamagotchi characters, because Tamagotchi honestly was like my lifeblood growing up. So I'm like, I have to pull these cards. Well, I don't have to, obviously. Let's be real. But right now I'm tapping into my reserve supply. It's a thing with all these gacha games where it's just like, oh, you get currency for like reading the stories or something of the cards, but it means that if you actually want to access them, you basically have to manually go to every story, open it up, and then skip it to get the currency, which you might say is a bit excessive, but I mean, I have probably like 15,000, maybe more, which is about 50 pulls or so, just in these cards, because I use them as like a bank. But then I had to do this scenario whenever I want to tap into them to actually grab them all, which takes a while. Obviously, I'm not going to do it all today with Tamagotchi banner. It will last a while, so we're not in a rush. But yeah, it's going to be interesting, I think, recording videos while I'm sick. Luckily, I would say the story game we're playing this time is not a commentary heavy one. Like, I don't have to dub the characters' voices. That's what made Amari's one so challenging, I would say, is because it has no voice acting in that game, and there's a lot of dialogue. 1,000 Times Resist, it's all voice acted, so it's all good. I guess 9 Souls might be a bit of an issue, but there's 9 Souls doesn't have that much dialogue, and Patrick's Parabox has none. So if anything, I've got a pretty ideal set of games to be sick during. Like, if I'm gonna be ill with a sore throat, it's not like I chose to do this, but I've chose a pretty good time, I suppose, comparatively. Could have been a lot worse. But nonetheless, just need to make sure I stay hydrated. Got the last of my honey water, and then I'll have to go back to regular water so I can actually brush my teeth, you know, and not have like sugar infecting my gums. Got hot honey water, warm honey water. That's it. That's the stuff right there. But sore throat commentary is actually somewhat amusing, I think, with the way it ends up sounding. I mean, you're gonna have to excuse me for a moment as I need to blow my nose. Obviously, I'm gonna mute myself though. There's always like different symptoms, and the rankings of different symptoms, what people find the best and find the worst. In my opinion, headache definitely the worst. Vomiting is probably like second, sore throat's probably third. Fever's actually like a fever's pretty not good as well, when I think about it. But yeah, I don't actually know how I got ill. My only guess, it must have been from a spa day somehow, but what circumstances led to that, I don't know. What I do know is that all my friends got ill after the holiday. And I didn't even know that happened. Because they literally like told me afterwards, being like, oh yeah, you know, like some of us like got ill, and I was like, wait, I didn't get ill, what happened? Apparently like almost everyone got ill after the holidays, and I was like, what? So I don't know if this is some extremely delayed thing. I don't know. Could have been a thing, it's just going around, you know, who knows? You got to kind of expect it, I suppose. Every now and then. Did I get a flu jab? I didn't actually get a flu jab, so, you know, if it is a flu, then it's, you know, kind of like a taste of my own medicine isn't really the right way to put it. In fact, it's the opposite of a taste of my own medicine, because I didn't, but not say that. Possibly it could have been prevented at least a little bit. I probably should start getting a flu jab or something. It seems like it would be pretty convenient. I think it's just like, there's a long period of my life where I was just like, I just didn't get ill for a while, you know? But over these past few years, suddenly getting ill a bit more often. But I suppose I should take advantage of the days where the illness doesn't feel too bad. We feel okay. And that's good enough, I'd say. So yeah. I am just thinking back to that Mario one. I think I also remember, I tried to do a scream while doing it, and I was like, I couldn't even do it, so I just went, ah, or something. I don't know. I'm trying to think what other games I was playing at the time. Along with Amari. That's a good question. Maybe it was Talos Principle? What would the mechanical game be? Death's Door, maybe? I'm not really sure. Let's see if that's right. I think Death's Door was too far back. I think Amari is more recent than that. You might be like, you must have a really good memory of like exactly when things happened for your channel and stuff, and the answer is absolutely not. I remember the games I played, but I definitely don't remember the order I played them in and the time frame I played them in. I mean, when you play them every single day for a long while, it kind of gets a bit of a blur, doesn't it? But yeah, Mario's a while back, wasn't it? I think it's like 1.5 years ago, maybe. I don't know if that's true, by the way. Might be just completely wrong. But I guess we'll find out. Yeah, I just remember the commentary of it being very funny. Is this it? Well, hold on. Talos Principle? Oh no, Stray. Okay, so it wasn't Amari yet. So it probably wouldn't have been Talos Principle. I think it would have been Okami, maybe? Oh no, Paradise Killer. Okay, so it's still not even Molly yet. I didn't realise Paradise Killer was after Molly. I would have thought for sure Molly was after Paradise Killer, but apparently not. Paradise Killer might also have been one of the ones which switched category partway through, right? Or maybe it didn't, I don't know. No, it doesn't seem like it. It seems like it started around the same time as Talos Principle. I just accidentally opened up Ableton. Oh, Goodbye Volcano High. When did I play Mario? It must have been ages ago. Maybe it was 2 years ago. I played a lot of games, huh? I kind of completely forgot I played Goodbye Volcano High. Okami, like, it was just like 100 episodes or something. It's unique, okay. Because I got COVID twice during my lifespan of this YouTube channel, and you can definitely hear it in my voice. Have I gone past Amari? I don't think Amari was 2 years ago. I swear Amari was after Beacon Pines, but maybe it's not. Like, if it's not the one before Beacon Pines, then I think I must have gone past it. There was no way. Yeah, there was no way I must have gone past it. What? Really? Was Amari really that earlier? A series? Did I really play Amari that long ago? I'm actually kind of like losing my mind at the moment. What? It's with Cuphead and Steven Sausage Roll. Whoa, I played Amari so long ago, huh? Wait, so when was the other time I got COVID then? There's another time I got COVID when I was recording videos, but I don't remember what. Amari one just sticks in my mind because I just remember having a terrible time because it affected my voice for so long. It affected my voice for like a month or something. So there's like 16 or something episodes of Amari of me just sounding like Grish or something. It feels awful to speak that long for. I'm lucky at not have a moment where it feels that bad, but certainly it might do if I'm not too careful. I at least have videos coming out today and tomorrow. Sorry, tomorrow and the day after tomorrow. But it might be a bit more difficult after that. I apparently have one on Thursday as well, I don't even remember that. Because Patrick's Power Box will be easy to record, and so are 9 Souls. Actually, it should be fine. If anything, the worst one will probably be the stream. That's it, okay. How long have I been playing Blueprints on the stream now? I don't know. At some point, maybe I should actually like sit down and like do a long stream to like finish it off. But I'm also at the same time, I'm like, Blueprints is what's getting me to play, to do the streams, because I'm like so infused to play it every single time. You might have also noticed that I'm slowly going through comments. I think I got through month 4 to month 2. So maybe I'll do the rest of it, I think, as well. I don't really know, to be honest. And I don't know, the comments are great, you know. I feel really bad for, you know, especially people who leave a lot of comments, because I do love reading them, but it's also just like difficult for me to catch up with reading them sometimes, especially when you fall behind. So I'm like reading about comments about a series which I finished like 2 months ago, and I'd be like, oh yeah, I forgot. There's also, you miss out on some like golden stuff when you don't check the comments very often, because sometimes I read a comment and I'm just like, what is going on? It's like, what is happening? Like, what did you even mean by this? I don't know. Maybe it's just a very young person on YouTube or something. That could be my only guess. Sorry about that little bit of pause. As I was still talking about just having scratchy throat, I suppose, while we while we record videos. Got a little bit distracted, but no worries. What are we gonna talk about? The rest of us, I don't know. There's not really much else to say about something having a scratchy throat. I'm just still so shocked that Amari was that long ago. Genuinely had no idea. Like, it feels so much more recent, I would say, than when it was. How could it possibly be? Anyway, I wish I could remember what the other series, or the other time I had COVID, like what series was I playing? Maybe that one was the Talos one. I don't remember what story game I was playing with at that point, and if it was an issue. Paradise Killer? Maybe? I don't really know anymore. I don't even remember when the other time I got COVID was, so that makes it harder. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to round this episode off here. So if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been Dear Darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares, greatly appreciated. Socials, Discord down below. Hope to see you again, but for now, it's our farewells. Until next time, bye-bye for now.